is launching now.
Okay, all right, good.
Technology, and I was almost asking somebody to help me like one day.
Yeah.
Go to do test run.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
Yeah,
Because I get to do me when crunch time.
yeah, that is true. Yeah.
You know what? I did it today. I've never done it. So can you do a test run with me? And I forgot to.
Yeah, I know. We should have did that. I know. I know you've been busy too. So.
I hate trying to practice.
Did it launch yet?
Finish registration to join the webinar. So I need to do that?
Yeah, I think you have to put your email in. Did they ask for your email?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I'll do that now.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, let me see now. Okay, Jude, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good.
Okay, cool.
Now, let me see. Now, I can't see you. Let me see.
You say you cannot start your video because the host has stopped it.
Okay, let me see.
Can you see me now?
Yeah, I can see you. Yep, I can see you. It's kind of dark, but I can see you.
All right, let me try and make it bright.
And we're not live, right? We didn't go live yet, so you don't have to worry. I'll let you know before we go live on Facebook.
Okay, let me see.
It's just me and you right now, so.
Is it better now?
Yep, that is better. That is better.
Better
All
now?
right, great. Yeah, that's better. Thank you. So yeah, before we go live, I just wanted to really just informal, nothing too formal, just about who you are, what business you have, how long you've been in business, how did you start, what made you want to decide to sign up the business with I Buy Black. I assume you guys sent the business card, discount card too, and you guys print all our stuff. You know what I mean? So what made you want to join that? How do you feel about everything we're doing and the partnership and stuff like that? And then, basically just close it with, that we have to, support Black businesses. I remember in one of the meetings you did, I guess like in the beginning, you were saying, how important it is if you can get more revenue to, hire more employees or at least keep your employees. You know what I mean? It's not as easy for you to just fire someone. They have a family, they have children, that's how they feed their family. You know what I mean? So stuff like that. And I mean, the way this came about was Ali was just like, what can we do to just do more and stuff like that? I said, we should start talking to the business owners.
Yeah.
I was like, we have 400, 500 businesses in the network, but who are they? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I mean, I went to some of them. I'll support them. But out of all those businesses, we need to know who they are. We need people to see it, especially using technology, Facebook, social media. That gives us the ability to push it out there so, people can talk to the business owners. I know everyone has a story. You know what I mean? So that's basically how this all came about.
So what do you do? What's the, I mean, I know financial solutions, but basically what kind of financial solutions do you provide?
Well, I actually have an online school. I have a financial literacy school. It's all online. We have over 100 students now. I opened it in May. So basically everything about financial literacy. I worked at Vanguard. I worked at Prudential. I worked in corporate America for like 5-6 years. So I learned everything about investments and stock market, mutual funds, all that whole world. So I really didn't want to go up the corporate ladder, a lot of stuff in corporate America. So I said, okay, how do I bring this information to, our people? Because every day I'll be talking to people about investments and stocks, Then I have friends and family members don't have bank accounts. We don't know about credit, all that type of stuff. So what I do is offer, courses like financial literacy, what it is, how to save better, how to budget, how to get credit, how to invest, how to start your own business, do an LLC, a whole array of different things. Also have a course just about like digital marketing and how to make money on social media, how to advertise, stuff like that. So yeah, I do a lot of things.
Nice. How's that? So you started in May?
Yeah, that's when my school started. So I also, doing like one-on-one consulting and stuff like that. But I thought the best way to scale was have it go more digital, start doing online classes. So then, and with my classes, it's, watch it as you please. There's no like set time. Once you have the content, you can watch it, as often as you want. You can rewind it, stuff like that. So yeah, and that's when I opened my school in May, and we have over 100 students now. I'm trying to get more.
Oh, wow. Wow. I know there are a couple of schools out there, but real estate school is another thing that we need to look at.
Exactly.
Just teaching people how to invest in real estate.
Exactly. So I'm all about that, real estate, and I'm big on stocks, and because a lot of people think you need a lot of money to invest in the stock market, which is not true. You don't need a lot of money to invest in the stock market, and you also want to do it for the long term. Most people want to get rich quick and stuff like that. I'm like, no. Number one, you can buy a share of stock as little as $50, $60, depending on what you want to buy. You can get mutual funds and stuff like that are more pricey, but you can get it. And that's just the way you build wealth. Instead of buying Nikes, buy Nike stock.
I know, right? I know, right? Hey,
Mm-hmm.
people, and it's crazy too because as a business person, you understand that. But when people go to from 9 to 5, they just don't understand that.
Exactly.
And they just feel, you know what, let me get my paycheck, let me buy Nike, not thinking about the other stuff that they can be doing, Yeah, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Great. Let's we getting some great dialogue here. So let's get this live on Facebook. I know the people are waiting. I told Ali we come on at 1. So let me get us on Facebook. It'll say live on Facebook in this.
Okay. And it tells you who is watching and who is not.
Exactly. So we can see questions, all that type of stuff.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm gonna share it on my page too. So just give me a second. And how do you pronounce your last name? Is it Arijaje?
Arijaje, yeah, you got it right.
I wanted to make sure I did that before,
Don't worry about it. What things that happened to me,
Let's go on my black page. Okay. And so Minuteman Press, is it a franchise?
Yes, it is a franchise.
And you have 2 of them, right?
Correct.
That's amazing, man. That's motivation to me. I know just to get one franchise is very difficult.
But you know what? Again, it's part of education.
Yeah.
It's really not very difficult, when you cross all your T's and dot all your I's, really not very difficult anymore to do it. Sometimes it's really easier to go get a franchise than to go get a mom and pop shop if you're looking at the big picture. You understand what I'm saying? Because say, for example, you are going into insurance. Sometimes it's easier and you make it faster if you go to a State Farm than to go into a Jude's Insurance, because people will, the brand recognition is already there. So you might be paying a little bit more, but in the long run, it's a better option than try to do it by yourself, So People think it is tough, but sometimes it's not. Well, there's nothing is easy really. So it's just which route you want to take.
Hmm. Okay, so we're about to be on Facebook. 1 second, I'll introduce you in 1 minute. 1 second. Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello, everybody. Welcome. I am Ryan J. McCrary, CEO of McCrary Financial Solutions, also representing, big representative of iBuyBlack.org. iBuyBlack.org. I'm joined today with an amazing guest, an amazing brother, Jude Arijaje. He is the owner of Minuteman Press. He has 2 locations in Philadelphia and one in Ballard Kenwood. So I'm very happy to be here with him. How you doing today, Jude?
I'm doing very, very well. Thank God, and thank you for having me.
Oh, well, thank you for taking the time out of your very, very busy schedule to talk to us, to talk
Oh,
to
come on, Ryan. It's a Saturday.
I know you're busy, though. I know you as a business owner, entrepreneur. This may be a day off, but literally, I know you probably don't have any days off. You're never really not working. So we just want to thank you for taking the time out. And before we get started, just please let people know we're on Facebook, also streaming live on the I Buy Black Phillip page. Let people know just who you are, what your business is, how you guys got started, and stuff like that.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I really, really, truthfully, I really do appreciate you having me. And I consider it a privilege. And I'm not saying it. I'm saying it with all sense of responsibility. My name is Jude Arijaje, and like you said, I'm the owner of Minuteman Press. We are a one-stop shop for printing, design, marketing, and mailing services. Basically, what we say and what we try to do is that we say if you can, anything you can put your logo on, we are the one-stop shop for that. We have 2 locations in the Philadelphia region. We have the one on South Broad Street, and we have the other one in Ballard Kenwood. And like you said, it's a franchise. It's a franchise with over 900 locations all over the world. Really, there are about 900 locations in the United States, and about another 120 locations in Canada, Australia, in Europe, and in South Africa. We just feel very blessed and very privileged to be part of the franchise and to be able to provide these services in this region, and we're thankful for that.
Oh, absolutely. So, of course, I want to know. I would love to be a franchise owner one day. What was that process like? Just acquiring, a franchise, and you have 2. Did you get them like at the same time? Did you get one and then the other? What was that process like?
The process is a long. I mean, long and short is that it's a long drawn process. Somehow, you have in this case, I got the first location about in 2008, which was about 10 years ago. And we were located in on Penrose Avenue in South Philadelphia, which we were at that location for 3 going to 4 years, and before we moved to the Broad Street location. It's really pretty much a long drawn process. The whole process from making the inquiries and actually opening doors It took about 7 to 8 months, and I think that was short, because you have to do your discoveries and you have to go through all the vettings, and they have to actually check you out to see if you are going to be you're going to be a good franchisor. You're going to be somebody who's going to represent the franchise in a decent manner. So after all that, all that process, then you have to go through, of course, the financing part of it, which is not a piece of cake, especially, I mean, if you look at my own case, buying a franchise in 2008 is like going to the dentist to pull teeth. There was nobody giving out any money, to do anything. So nobody was giving out loans. We were in the middle of a huge financial crisis. And sitting here today, 10 years later, I can tell you that sometimes I think it's a miracle that we're here, because it was really, really very tough, And but the process you have, like we were talking just before we came online, it's just about having all your dots, your I's dotted and your T's crossed, maintaining a good credit, maintaining a decent credit will go a very long way to help you to achieving that goal of, if that is what you want to do, if that fits, into your business plan, into, acquiring a franchise. And it doesn't matter what franchise you're trying to acquire, you really have to have your your financial situation in a good place for you to be able to do that. And it's a tough process. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's not. It's a process that I believe so many of us we should look at, especially, businessmen and entrepreneurs like us who do not have as much training as we would like.
Exactly.
The benefit of a franchise is that it gives you all, the whistles and all the bells and all the structures, to make you successful as a business. And if you follow that program religiously, the way they tell you to follow it, the likelihood of you failing is it's reduced. I'm not going to tell you that people don't fail because they have a franchise, but at least you're not by yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
You're not by yourself. You have a proven method and a proven standard and a proven something that has worked.
Proven business model.
Yeah, a proven business model that all you need to do is to follow that model and improve on it. That's pretty much what I have done. And 2 years ago, we had the opportunity to acquire a second franchise because the previous owner of the location in Balakenwood was retiring after 21 years of being in business, and it was, so they approached me and said, "Hey, are you interested?" And I looked at all the figures. I looked at, the pros and the cons. I already have some customers in that area, in that neighborhood, and just allowing me to go to somebody new will create some competition for me. So I decided to just go for it and get the second franchise. And for the past 2 years, we've been running 2 franchises, and I've lost all my hair.
Congratulations to you. That's something we have to celebrate. I mean, congratulations to you. I see a few people just came on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, please, we need you to share this information. Again, I'm speaking to Jude Arijaje. He is the owner of 2 Minuteman Press locations, one in Philadelphia, one in Bala-Cynwyd. So if you're on Facebook, please share. We need you to share this info. Share it on Facebook, share it on Instagram, share it on Twitter, share it on YouTube, whatever platform you're on. please share this information. Again, I'm Ryan McCrary, representing ibuyblack.org. ibuyblack.org. If you're not aware of what's going on with ibuyblack.org, it is a community-based organization out of Philadelphia started by PCOL, which is the Philadelphia Community of Leaders. So we have an I Buy Black program. If you're a business owner, you can sign your business up at ibuyblack.org. ibuyblack.org, which means you agreed to accept the $10 discount card. So you, as a consumer, you can buy a $10 discount card, and then you can go to a Black-owned business. We have over 400, 500 in the network, and you will get a discount. You will get a discount. People like Jude, they accept the discount. So we need to go to him. Instead of going to Vistaprint all the time, and I've been guilty of it, just wanting to go to Vistaprint, you're getting those emails and stuff about the different coupons and stuff like that. But we as Black people, we need to be going to Minuteman Press, his location specifically, instead of going to Vistaprint or other white-owned businesses all the time. So again, I just wanted to say that if you're on Facebook, please share. We need you to share this information. So you hit on a couple amazing things that I want to talk about. Well, first, I just want to ask you, what made you want to, I guess, be a part of ibuyblack.org? Come on and enroll your business on there. I know you print everything for us. You're our one-stop shop printer, stuff like that. And I also want to talk about just being an entrepreneur. I know you said you've had Minuteman, your first location, since 2008. So before that, like, were you always an entrepreneur? Like, were you working and then you decided to become an entrepreneur? Is that part of your family lineage? So sorry, it's two questions. First,
let's start with that buy black thing and just mention that and touch on that. Like you said, just talking about this, you said a community, and basically a community, if you define a community, you know that a community is where you are. Exactly. And it doesn't matter where, it could be a community in space, it could be a physical community, it can be the community, like I belong to the community in South Philly where my business is, and I also belong to the community where I live. But importantly is the fact that, the I Buy Black thing is a community. We as a people, have to identify, where we are.
Exactly.
Yeah. And having done that, then we need to say, look, how do we support? I mean, to be clear, we have to support ourselves.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter, and I'm not one of those people who believe in pity buying. Don't buy from me because you want to pity me. Buy from me because we provide quality service. Buy from me because we provide quality products. And buy from me because you know that when you buy from this guy or when you buy from this person, right, you're going to be getting exactly what you have asked for, right? And again, we have to be very clear. People buy from, even in these days of all this online and people buying online and people, business is still conducted with a handshake, which is people buy from the people they know, they like, they trust, and they can feel and they can see, that's really where business is, the majority of business is done from. The I Buy Black thing is part of a community. It's a commendable, and it takes a lot of guts for the PCOL to do what they're doing. So it's a community, and we have to look at it in the big picture. I was talking to somebody this morning, and we're talking about big pictures, that everything you do, before you do anything, look at the big picture and don't look at the small picture. Don't look at the immediate, just that immediate, benefit that you're going to get. Look at what you're going to get in the long in the long term, right? Being part of this community is being part of the long term. It's being part of, the solution. It's being part. I mean, come on, I can't be in the space that I am, as a businessman of color, and not be able to provide employment for people
Mm.
in the community. It's just not right. It's just not, I have to be able to do that. And being able to do that means that I have to, doing that means that I'm not only, enabling and empowering just one person, I'm empowering families.
Mm.
And what the PCOL has done is to say, look, we have people who can be the solution in our society.
Mm.
Let's help them to continue to be the solution, right? Don't let, don't leave them to die. Don't let their businesses die. Let's help to get their businesses to grow. And at the end of the day, what it means is that the more, we cannot always be well, personally, we strive in whatever we do to be the best that we do. But we also understand the limitations that comes with, businesses of color.
Mm-hmm.
The, the issues that they have, the access to capital, the access to talented employees, the access to so many things, So instead of condemning, why don't we help them to build capacity? Why don't we drive, businesses their way? And if we're not up to par, help them to build capacity,
Mm-hmm.
help them, talk to them and let them know what the issues are that would further help them so that, when the opportunity comes for bigger contracts, then they're able to, because you have helped them to build capacity, then they're able, to fulfill those contracts in the nearest future, I hope, But going back to how I started in business, of course, I started this business in 2008. But prior to that, like I've said in a couple of, I was a real estate. I was into real estate, and I spent I'll say the previous 8, 9, 10 years, in real estate and buying and selling and all of that good stuff. And I, ironically, I was going to this Minuteman on I was going to this Minuteman on City Avenue to do all my printing as a real estate agent. And one day I sat down there and I was looking at the traffic going in and out of the place, and and matching it up with all kinds of matching it up with my tax returns and looking at how much I was spending on printing. And I'm like, wow, if I'm spending all this money on printing and look at all this traffic, this is a great business to be in. And that's how I got into the printing business. And again, like I said, I lost all my hair in the process. I was free in the process, but 10 years later, we're in a good place, and we thank God for that.
Oh, well, that's great, man. So I want to, understand what that process was like for all the entrepreneurs, out there, people starting businesses, trying to build their businesses, because entrepreneurship is very difficult. I'm still at the beginning of my journey. I'm literally learning new things every single day. I'm trying to scale every single day. I'm trying to find different ways, to do business every single day, because business changes so rapidly, especially in the technology space. I'm in the technology space, so it changes so rapidly. Things I was doing 3 months ago, I can't even do now because technology just changes day by day. So just kind of what was that process like? I know it's 10 years later, but in the beginning, what was that process like? I know you were in real estate.
The process was very, and I'm saying it with all sense of seriousness. The process was very, 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 very tough.
I know it was.
And I can't just, entrepreneurship is not for the faint heart. You know, it's not for the person who believes that, okay, I'm going to close at 5 o'clock.
Exactly. No.
It's a 24/7. It's a 24/7. I say this to people. It's a lifestyle.
Exactly.
And if you're not ready for that lifestyle, there's no point just even trying it, because you will get frustrated, because it needs a lot of commitment, especially if you're starting a new business, and your businesses go through different phases. When you're just starting, you have that problem of acquiring customers. As a brand new business, where do you acquire? In my own case, acquiring customers, because it was a brand new shop. My first customer was myself. I said, hey, I'm going to buy business cards from me and I'm going to pay, all of that good stuff. But acquiring customers is the toughest thing you can ever do.
Exactly. And then keeping them, not just acquiring them, but keeping them.
Yeah,
because a lot of people can get them. A lot of people can get them
acquiring first, right? Now, if you have done a good job acquiring those customers, keeping those customers now become one of the, it's tougher than acquiring
I think it is tougher.
right? So, because if you're acquiring customers and you're bleeding customers, then you are not in business. You have to acquire the customers, keep them, and then get more customers and keep them, and then get more customers and keep them. Now, when you get to that stage, then scaling the business now becomes, again, the toughest thing you can ever do. I mean, and I'm going to use myself as an example. I mean, right now we have a staff of about 12, 13, 13 people with, part-time, maybe 15, right? But we started from a staff strength of 1, right? Now, scaling, managing 1 and managing 15 now is a totally different skill set. So while you're trying to acquire and then maintain and scaling the business, then you have to worry about how many people you are dealing with in this process, how many customers you're dealing with in this process, how many employees you're dealing with in this process, and just try to manage the whole process. Now you discover that for you to do that, you have to keep educating yourself. Running a business is not something that you learn in school. You don't learn it in school. You have to learn it on the job.
Exactly.
And and nobody prepares you. No matter how many MBAs you have, nobody prepares you for what the curves that will keep coming at you as you run your business. So I mean, it's the most difficult, and I tell people this, running your business is the most difficult thing that you can ever do in life, right? As far as I'm concerned.
Well, I agree, 100%.
But it's also the most rewarding thing that you can ever do, because I mean, at the end of the day, the percentage of those running their businesses, I mean, and I was in the Goldman Sachs class, and when they broke it down, it was amazing, because you drive every day and you see all the retail shops, you see all the mom and pop shops, and you see everything. And you wonder that, wow, lots of businesses, but I kid you not, the percentage of business owners with employees in this country is maybe like 1%. So so you can imagine that, really, and they call small businesses, if you have 100 employees, they still call you a small business. So small business owners. So it's really, really true when they say that the main streets, the small business owners are the heartbeat of the economy, because they are the ones who are touching the lives of 90% of the employable individuals we have in the country. So it's really tough. But sometimes they say, yeah, as an entrepreneur, we're suckers for punishment, because we have no other lifestyle.
Mhm. Absolutely. So yes, again, everybody, if you're watching, if you haven't bought your I Buy Black discount card, go to ibuyblack.org. That's the sponsor. ibuyblack.org. Go to ibuyblack.org and buy your discount card. Jude's business also will be sponsoring the next I Buy Black meeting, which is next week, next Saturday, October 21st at 10 a.m. on 19th and Girard at the Philadelphia Training Technical Institute. Next Saturday at 10 a.m., 19th and Girard, the Philadelphia Training Institute. So before we let you go today, Jude, I just wanted to get, some last words on what do you think we can do more for the I Buy Black, coalition? How do we get it out more? We got businesses on there, but how do we get more? How do we get more people engaged? How do we get more people to support? Because like you said, with the employees, people, when you support a black-owned business, and like Jude said, we don't want you to go to him just because he's black. We want you to go to him because he is sufficient. He does everything on time. He prints what you're supposed to print. He offers many different things from banners to T-shirts to business cards, stuff like that. But when you support him, you are feeding a black family, potential black family, if they have black employees. So how do we get it out more? How do we get more people to get on board? Because you got on board, you have 2 locations, but not everybody is open to this. Not everybody is open to, signing
Not
up.
not everybody will be open to.
True.
But this is what I say all of the time. I don't worry about the customers I don't have.
Mm-hmm.
I worry about the customers I have. I don't worry about who is not doing business with me. I'm worried about who is doing business because at the end of the day, not everybody will buy into this. Not everybody will say, hey, this is but one day, hopefully everybody will buy into it and understand that, and I keep saying community. The community is what you determine as that community, right? And I don't even know what else we can do because we have, the I by the PCOL have a strong messaging system. It's reaching a whole lot of people. We've been to City Hall. The mayor
Yep, I was there.
signed up on this, and all of that, we just got to keep doing it and worry about making sure that the businesses in the community provide value, and not only provide value, the businesses in the community, if they need help, they can say, hey, we need help. And this is what we need help with. You'll be shocked at sometimes some of the little things, just finances.
Yeah.
Just making sure that books are clean so that when it's time for an opportunity for a contract, they have good financials to be able to back up that contract. Or being able to know that, we need access to human resources, and this is where we can possibly go to have access to human resources. Those are some of the things that the PCOL can put together as well to enable every single one of us understand that it's not all about this card, but it's all about looking at all the different areas of the business, the marketing. Are you messaging right? Are you messaging right? Do you really have a message? Do you really know what you're selling? Do you really understand your space in the market? Just help for businesses because look, we can drive as many people into businesses, but if you don't have the capacity to handle it, then you're going to be messing up. you're going to be messing up. So then it's more problems because you're not able to fulfill, right? So we have to, it's a give and take kind of thing, look at the businesses and make sure that, the businesses that are in this community are businesses that will provide the kind of services that we expect to have everywhere else. And now eliminate the fact that, hey, I'm patronizing you because you are A. No, patronize us because we are A, but because we are also B, C, and D.
Exactly.
So that's really my message, and I hope, we are able to do more of that.
Great, thank you. Well, before we go, let everybody know where exactly each location is located so we can come out, and support. And like he said, not just because it's A, make sure it's B, C, D, and E.
And E, yeah.
I have personally came to your location, the Bala Kenwood location. We got pamphlets and all type of things, the shirts and everything was amazing. Never had any issues. I plan to come there to get more things. I need some new business cards. So just give everybody the actual location for each location so they can come out if they're in the area.
Great. Thank you. And again, you can find us online at philly.minutemanpress.com. And the location, the Bala Kenwood location is 301 East Montgomery Avenue in Bala Kenwood. And the Philadelphia location is at 1717 South Broad Street in South Philadelphia, between Tasca and Morris. That's where we are. And it's always a privilege to be able to do things like this. And I really, really thank you for the opportunity.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for sharing, your story, how you got in business, entrepreneurship gems, stuff like that. So we thank you. So that's it for today. Anybody else, if you would like to be interviewed for your business, if you're part of I Buy Black, please send a message to Ali or call him, or you can send a message to me at info@ryanjmccrary.com, info@ryanjmccrary.com. Also visit ibuyblack.org, ibuyblack.org to get your discount card or your t-shirt or your hat. And lastly, the meeting next week will be at 19th and Girard, Philadelphia Training Technical Institute, sponsored by Minuteman Press, 10 a.m. till 12 p.m. Okay, we're off, so we're done. Thank you, man. Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot, man. That was good, man.
You like that? Yeah.
Did you do broadcasting or something?
I've done some before. I'm just now getting into like media and broadcast and stuff like that. So
wow, that's
getting my feet wet.
Yeah, really, really, really cool. I'm like, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. And I am going to come there because I actually do need to get some things printed. So
no problem.
Yeah, I'm going to come by. Probably the Bala Kenwood location is closer to me.
It's close to you. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, my son is there, so he's the one you probably would meet over there.
Okay.
All right, cool. Thanks a lot, Ryan. Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
How was the bingo thing yesterday?
Oh, it was good. Yeah, it was good. We didn't win anything. My daughter was like,
hey, it's all about the kids, man.
Yeah, my daughter didn't win anything. She was like, I'm upset. I didn't win a basket. I didn't win a raffle. I didn't win a bingo game. I'm like,
cool.
But yeah, it was fun. It was a good time.
Cool. All right. Take care, man.
Okay. All right. Talk to you soon. I'll see you next week. I'll be at the meeting next week.
No problem. All right.